and I feel like our presence is growing as well. So like comparatively last summer to this summer, we've gotten a lot more leads.
The website is any business's digital storefront. That's what people are going to Google and find. That's one of the things that is also super important for business owners now is the AI and automation because...
And so our core services are, we are in-home personal training for seniors. So we go to their home. So he actually had a tumor and cancer going from his back all the way to his abdomen. And so fast forward 2 years later, we probably put 20 pounds of muscle on him.
What is a piece of advice you would like to give another, small business owner who maybe is just starting or has started, but they're now at a point where they're like, how do I grow? What is some advice that you would give them?
Hey everyone, I sat down with Tim and Jeff from Sunshine Strength and Balance. In the past year, they have tripled their revenue and grew from self-run to 10 new trainers. They have expanded from 1 city to 3 cities and more are planned. They're responding to every lead with the help of AI within seconds, not minutes, and running a completely done-for-you AI-powered lead generation system. How does that sound? We talk about all this and more about their business, their experience, and how their hard work and passion combined with our AI-powered lead generation system is giving them amazing results. So watch till the end. But before that, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's go.
Welcome, Tim and Jeff, Sunshine Strength and Balance. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So tell us from the beginning, how did Sunshine Strength and Balance start? What was the inspiration behind it? And what's the story?
Yeah, when we first got started, we were actually working in a skilled nursing facility for a few years at that point. We worked through COVID. Eventually, you just kept seeing the same people come into the facility, going out, and then returning again. We just kept saying, like, once Medicare kicked them off, there was nobody that would come out to their house and really provide a service for them. Then, as weeks went on, somebody said to us, would there be any way for you to come out to my house and help me further after Medicare kicked me off? Already agreed, or eventually more people required the service and we stepped away from the skilled nursing facility and started sometimes breaking down.
Thanks for sharing that, Tim. Definitely very important for our elderly population to stay healthy and benefit from your services. What are some of the core services and who tends to benefit the most?
And so our core services are, we are in-home personal training for seniors. So we go to their home where they want to stay independent. So maybe somebody can't go out to a gym or they don't want to go out to a gym. It's hard to get into a car. So we go to their home, we bring the equipment, and we perform up to an hour-long session of personal training. So whether they need balance, gait training, strengthening, we can do it all. And
That's
so
amazing.
people who would benefit from that would be mostly seniors. So we view mostly seniors who would be in physical therapy or going to the gym and getting a personal trainer that may need help with physical activity. They might not be the most balanced or they might need help getting up. That's where we specialize. But we also do rehab services as well. So if somebody wants to stay in their home, but maybe they had an ACL tear or hip replacement, something like that, we can also help out with that.
Yeah, and a lot of our clients also have different ailments, such as stroke, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, all that kind of stuff that they benefit from the service as well.
Yeah. Many a times, we are living away from our parents for one reason or the other. My parents are away right now, and we worry about them. We worry about are they staying healthy? Are they safe, etc. And as our parents go through life situations and want to get back into activeness, we want them to work out safely. So this is definitely very important. So somebody is living in New York or Chicago or one of these other states, and their parents are down here where you guys are in Florida, the Sunshine State. What can they expect? Tell us more about that.
Yeah, everybody eventually makes it to Florida, I feel. So what they can expect is we can have contact with son or daughter, and we kind of go from there. If they want to set it up for their son or daughter, we can have direct contact with them. We'll eventually get in contact with the client themselves, and we'll work it out with the three of them as far as what the location is, what it would look like. We have trainers in specific areas. So if they're in a specific area that we need to get a trainer out to, we'll work that out with them. We'll send a profile, a picture, and a little bio to the son or daughter as well as the client so that everybody knows who's coming. And
Very important, have that trust developed. So all of your trainers, they are trained, like, they are physical therapy assistants. You have coached them, they're trusted, right? So don't have to worry about who is showing up at their parents' house.
all of our trainers are licensed physical therapist assistants as well as personal trainers. So that means that they're used to working with that population. They're used to seeing that population's ailments and the pathologies, whether, like you said, neurological stuff like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, or hips, knees, anything like that.
So what are some of the areas that you guys are covering right now? For anybody listening who's looking for this kind of training for their parents, what are some areas where you guys are servicing?
Well, right now, we're servicing just north of Tampa, all the way down to Naples. So anybody looking in those areas, we definitely find a trainer and get them out there for you.
Yeah, all the way down through St. Pete, Clearwater, Paris, Palmetto, Bradenton, Sarasota, all the way down through Fort Myers, Naples, Venice.
Amazing. That's like a wide area where, again, like many of our parents live down here. Their snowbirds, stay here in the winter when it gets like really cold up north. But at the same time, they don't have to give up on their well-being and continue with their training and staying healthy, as well as the residents who are like always here year round. Like they can really benefit from this. I think, Tim, you had talked about some of the conditions. Tell us, like, why is it important for this kind of training for the elderly or anybody who's looking to get into, routine after maybe an injury and maybe they've gone through some surgery, but they want to work out safely. Why is this important for them?
So for one of the examples, I have a stroke client. When I first started seeing him, he couldn't walk on the walker at all. He needed full assist on all transfers. His arm was very rigid, and within a year, transferred are at a min assist. If that, just actually more like a compact guard where with the part there, he's moving himself with a two-wheel walker, a lot more mobile. He can kind of reach home up, no rigidity anymore. So Parkinson's, it was a kind of it takes it's a progressive progressive kind of state, but with training, we slow it down, are able to continue to walk, get to the bathroom, and function a lot longer, better throughout their life.
Yeah, and that's what kind of separates us from maybe another personal training business is that we have that skill training as far as physical therapy background to be able to train those types of clients. Because it needs to be safety first and then the training build in afterwards as far as what they can't do. And then they need to be able to do functional things in their home. So standing up, sitting down, going to the bathroom, transferring, that type of thing.
Yeah, super important to also personalize this for your clients because everybody comes with different ailments. So not only you need to know about those, but then you also have to personalize those sessions for them, which is a great value that your clients are getting from you, whether it's like Parkinson's or a stroke that Tim was mentioning, or even they just want to get better balance, better strength as they're aging. You are personalizing these sessions for them, correct?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. And my oldest client, she's 102 years old. We've been working with her for 6 years, and she was just starting to get on a walker when I first started working with her. she's 100 and she doesn't need any kind of assistive device. So, it definitely works.
Wow, 102 years young. Right, 100. That's amazing. Any client success stories that come to your mind apart from what you, Tim, already shared? Like, what makes it worth it? The success that you see with your client? Anything that comes to your mind, like the difference that you have been able to make?
A client's first name is Andrew, gave me permission to speak. So he actually had a tumor and cancer going from his back all the way to his abdomen. And after all that was resolved, he was just very weak, um, very skinny, no strength. He had trouble standing, walking, balancing. He wanted to regain some of that strength, especially where the tumor was, and it was removed from his back and his spine. So fast forward 2 years later, we probably put 20 pounds of muscle on him. Now he's going to the gym. He's lifting weights. He's back to playing pickleball. His posture is much better. And he's just thankful that we were able to work with him and kind of give him his athletic life back, because he was always playing sports, simply disc golf and pickleball and all that. Yeah.
That is so inspirational. All of us are humans, we get down on us, but this is inspiration, like going from having no strength at all to playing pickleball. It takes time for sure, but consistency pays off. What would you recommend in terms of consistency? How many sessions should a person look at doing, and how would that look like?
We suggest at least 2 a week. It definitely depends on the client, but I think a good starting point is twice a week, especially if it's like a maintenance type thing. If it's a neurological type thing, they might need to do it 4 to 5-ish, depending on if they're trying to maintain and stay in their home. Because a lot of clients are just trying to not go to the facility. Their main goal is they want to stay in their home. They want to stay functional enough to stay in their home. So I'll broadly, we'll say 2 to 5.
Yeah. The best success for people that are just wanting to strengthen, balance, I always see them as 3 times a week with every morning routine for themselves. Just, stretching in the morning when we wake up, and then we'll come in 3 times a week to really work on the strength and balance part. But just doing those 2 things like makes a huge difference.
Yeah, yeah. See, it can't get better than this. Stay in your own comfort zone in your home, work out with someone who is specifically trained on your ailments, knows like how to work out safely, how to train you safely. It's gonna be there to motivate you and work out with you consistently. Trusted, like you don't have to worry about who's gonna show up in my house. This is amazing. How does one contact you or like get started? Like what's the process they should follow?
They can send us an email or they can give us a call, and they can always also text us. And texting would probably be the fastest way to get an immediate response. And then we can go from there and set up a call to do an initial evaluation.
Yeah, and even visit your website, click on the free evaluation. First evaluation is free, so nothing to lose there. Check it out. You guys will guide them through what they need to be doing based on their condition, their ailments, their goals. And then it can get started from there. Super simple.
Yep.
Awesome. So let's change gear a bit and talk about what has helped you grow in your business. We have been talking for about a year now, and I've seen you guys grow and your businesses grow over the year. So, how the online presence changed for you since we started talking a year ago? And how has it helped you in your business?
Yeah, definitely the website. They're always first reach out to you. Our website was in shambles, to say the least, and really definitely upgraded that for us. And just the online ads. We do a lot of work with concierge doctors too. But even with the other outlets of advertising, everybody relates back to the website. Your doctor, when they say reach out to Tim and Jeff, they're always here's the website. The website kind of thinks the kind of face of what everybody sees first. All the trainer, Jeff and I had some information on what we do as well.
Yeah, like he said, the website was upgraded to didn't look as professional before. You were very kind in telling us that it needed some upgrading. And from there, I feel like that has given us just more of an online presence. which has given us more leads over time. If somebody will Google us and find us, obviously beneficial.
Absolutely. The website is any business's digital storefront. That's what people are going to Google and find. That's how you're creating your brand. And that has to look professional, but also create instant trust and authority in whoever is looking at it. In your case, as you are partnering with doctors, it's also important for the partners to be able to trust you and give you that referral, right? So, super important. We have also been working through advertising for you guys on Facebook. We're going to start Google soon as well. How has that helped you create your brand and grow your community in the past year?
Yeah, that was the next step for us. We were doing the signs, we were doing the local stuff, local events, talking to doctors, but that was the next step for us was to do online ads, and we didn't really know where to go. I would suggest everybody hire somebody because we just hadn't, we knew that we needed to, but we didn't know how to go about it or where to even start. And ever since we did, and even controlling that for us and with us, we're getting a lot more leads online, and I feel like our presence is growing as well. So, like comparatively last summer to this summer, we've gotten a lot more leads with it.
One of the things that is also super important for business owners now is the AI and automation because we only have 24 hours in a day. We can only do so much. We have to train clients, train our staff, and manage business. So we need help where we can with the automations, with the AI that's here to help us. Any thoughts on that for any business owners who are listening?
Like you said, like 24 hours of the day, definitely you take clients all day long as well. So we were missing a lot of calls. People were waiting about 30 to 45 minutes before we could text them back. Now we have the AI outlet where it responds right away, get everything set up. So when we're done with our client, we can effectively assign a trainer.
Helps weed out the people who are actually serious versus the people that are just inquiring and
Yeah, lead qualification, super important so that you are working with the most qualified leads all the time as well. What's next for Sunshine Strength and Balance? What is some exciting new things that are happening on your end?
I think we just look to continue to grow and expand as far as location and increasing our staff and expanding across Florida. So we're going north and we're going south. We're going to stay in this location, obviously.
Eventually, maybe the whole state of Florida at one point, definitely within the next year or so. We just started expanding north and south.
Who knows? Maybe the whole US eventually.
Yeah, why not? And that's the main thing. Like, you started and now you are like dreaming and your goals are getting bigger and bigger. What is a piece of advice you would like to give another, small business owner who maybe is just starting or like has started, but they're now at a point where they're like, how do I grow? What is some advice that you would give them?
Our motto is it's sink or swim. We invested into the internet and the website, business. So that's what we recommend. Don't be scared. Let's go work.
Yeah, and I would say just don't be afraid to ask for help in areas that you need help. We can do a lot, but we can't do everything. And obviously, with the online presence, especially with growth in India, that's where we need to ask for help. And that would be my advice.
So stay motivated, stay consistent, don't lose your hope, sink or swim, like you said, like go for it, take risk, but at the same time understanding like what we are good at and what we are not good at. Like I don't do my taxes. I'm not good at that. So just like that, we business owners need help on things that we are not experts at, and important to find who can help us be a long-term solution or a partner with us in that case. But
Yeah.
definitely inspirational to see your story, like starting from the basics and growing to this, and now looking at capturing more market share, going to different cities, and just keep growing.
Yeah, that's the goal. And get the right team around us so we can focus on what we're good at, which is training our clients.
Yes, that's the most fulfilling part. Like the stories that you were sharing, when you see somebody who wasn't able to do much to now playing pickleball or gaining that strength, that is so fulfilling to see.
It is, yeah. they'll
Yeah.
tend to stay with you and trust you and your maintenance and your advice for forever.
Yes. And this is like you are building goodwill. Again, like these clients who are successful won't hesitate recommending you to somebody else who needs your help as well.
Yeah.
That happens all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So, looking to get in touch with Sunshine Strength and Balance, Tim and Jeff, for yourself or your loved ones. They're operating in Sarasota, Bradenton, Venice, Fort Myers, up north in St. Pete, Tampa areas. Reach out to sunshinestrengthandbalance.com, request the free evaluation, and Tim and Jeff will take it from there. You get trusted trainer who comes to your house. You work out in the comfort of your house, specifically trained to handle the ailments that you may be going through. And you guys are going to match them with the trainer who's expert in that area, correct? Whether it is hip pain, strength and balance, or any other condition that they may be going with. You are going to match them with the trainer. It doesn't get better than this, guys. If you're looking to get healthier, right, this is the solution. And going beyond, even if you're like have injury or looking to get fitter after that, but you're scared, like, how do I work out without getting injured again, right? This is a perfect place and perfect solution for you guys. So all the info about Sunshine Strength and Balance, we'll put it in the description. Check it out. Tim and Jeff, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your experience, your expertise, how this is useful for the community, and also giving small business owners advice on how to grow your business. Thank you again so much. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.